We are here, we are live. Can I get an audio check in the Discord, please? Got the daily and weekly candle close happening soon within the half hour here. Exciting stuff. All right. Alright, I think I'm just going to get going here. If anybody wants any charts looked over, just mention it in the YouTube chat. I'm not even going to check Discord this time around. Just let me know if audio is off or what charts you want to look at, whatever. Let's get right into it. The weekly candle close on total here. Obviously we had our double evening star situation here, which, you know, a lot of your bears are saying double top, which the information is there, right? You have your big shooting star candle with all that volume right there, indicating downward momentum. Your indicators support that as well. There was confluence with your indicators and those two peaks. However, look at our candle reaction, our wick for this week. So from the bottom of this week, we've recovered 9%. And where we happen to recover that is right at the 2021 all-time high. So let's zoom out just a little bit here. What we're going to do is we're going to take our rectangle tool, go from the top of that candle body on over to here. All right. You see what I'm getting at here? How beautiful that retest was. Let's get a week or two of price action in this area where we create some sort of bottoming structure, like on the 4 hour, 8 hour, 12 hour, something like that. Give me a double bottom in this area. Get this RSI to bounce off the 50 level on the weekly. Give me just a little bit more HSI downward pressure to give us an oversold arrow, and let's go. Daily, you can see how it's respecting the zone here. We had our bullish shark print, which this area on the weekly lines up with this area of value on this harmonic on the daily. So again, let's get some sort of bottoming structure in this area here on total. We might have a little bit more pain to go through. And you know, like I was saying in the Discord a little while ago, I'm thinking mid-March is where the rockets really ignite. But we'll see. We'll see. Daily close is just another nothing burger. Let's go to the dominance chart. So this is what could potentially be good for alts, right? You have your insane wick right here, and then the retest of the wick. We have an evening star on the daily, and today is our first confirmation candle of that. We did not break back above the previous candle. We did not invalidate the evening star. Our indicators are turning over. What I would like to see is BTC dominance come back to like the 59% range and then get going again. We'll see what happens down at that 59 range on the weekly. On the weekly, you are looking pretty toppy. You know, you've had this incredible run. You've had this incredible run on the weekly, and then that looks like a bear trap to me. You know, that looks like a bear trap to me in a ascending channel, which is inherently bearish. That's your weekly on BTC dominance. Let's look at BTC on the weekly. We are 23 minutes away from confirming our dot on the weekly. However, we're still in this consolidation channel. Our indicators are pointing down, but until we break this channel, I'm not entirely worried. Right now, what we have going on the 3-day is this bearish crab structure still we've been talking about every Sunday. And we're at that point now where the 30 bars have passed. We are at 30 bars on this candle, and it has still not performed in either direction. So what normally happens with these is they end up continuing to their next target, which would be the 3618. So this summer, this is what I'm looking for. You know, there might be some fuckery with the price action, but you know, this summer I'm looking for 132k based off the 3618 of this crab pattern. Let's take a look at ETH on the daily. You have this rising supply line going back all the way from 2022, the summer of 2022. You got 1 tap, 2 tap, 3 taps, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then look at what we're doing now. Is it a bear trap? Is it a bull trap? Is what I meant to say. Is this a bull trap? You know, this is the ultimate area to buy right now according to this demand line. And just look where this scam wick led us the other day, back to this area of value. Can't even be surprised. However, what we're worried about though is that ETH has not given us an oversold indication yet. If we do end up consolidating on BTC without going up first, I imagine this is going to have some sort of bottoming structure underneath the 2500 range, unless we can catch some good bids right away on BTC. But as you guys know, this price action on the daily is just, it's kind of stupid. What do you do with it? Your HSI and RSI have just been a flat line. You've had 4 candles in a row that have had no significance in price action. Market participants are just kind of looking at each other right now like, are you going to buy? No. Are you going to sell? No. Everybody's just sitting here. So we need something to happen. Taking a look at a few other things. I'm sure a bunch of people are watching the Super Bowl and whatnot right now, so probably competing for a lot of airtime here. Yeah, let's take a look at a few alts here. I know a lot of people like Aave. We got our dot yesterday on Aave. Let's see if it's enough. We have what looks to be a double bottom on our HSI and RSI, and we had our first day of retesting the dot already today. So Aave is, give it 3 to 5 days to react at that line and see what it does, and then we'll continue on from there. Let's see. ADA, I know ADA is another popular one. See, we got ADA with the dot again, and we completed our shark here, and we do have a little bit of price action on our line already. It's not fantastic price action though. You're still way weak on your HSI, you're way oversold on your RSI. You just bearishly tested that, but one of these things about these lines is as long as these wicks keep hanging on, it's not over yet. It's what we call like a potential reversal zone. So we're going to see what happens here. Obviously, if BTC catches any sort of follow through, all of a sudden we're going to have another green arrow front, and then all of a sudden we're going to have more oversold confirmation after this big shark pattern. So there's some hope on a lot of these altcoins right now. We'll take a look at Ape. Ape is the same sort of way. You got a bat pattern. After that scam wick, you print a morning star. Today is your first day of confirmation. HSI is already above 50. Let's go. Let's get this thing back up. A lot of altcoins are looking like they're trying to bottom out here. Still caution though. Until BTC is above $102,500, I can't be super bullish on altcoins. We need to create some sort of local higher high first. Let's take a look at Coinbase. Coinbase on the daily. Again, we got the dot a few days ago. We got 2 days of price action. On our third day, again, each one of these wicks is still touching the line, so that's not a terrible sign. We're still in it, and even so, the drawdown looks very minimal from here. Maybe like in the 250 to 260 range, you might catch a wick. But I like to look at Coinbase because it tends to follow crypto, but the charts always look a little bit different than crypto, you know? Like to me, Coinbase kind of looks like it's in a descending channel. Kind of just like that. And we're above the heart line of that channel. You know, you had your W bottom on the bottom of that channel with your indicators rising up. So let's go Coinbase, let's do something special here. On the weekly, you have a giant bat pattern, and look what your price action is doing at that bearish dot that was printed. So you print the bearish dot, you break above it, and see how your indicators are above the 50 level. This is an indication that this pattern is going to fail. It's not a guaranteed thing, right? But it's like a 70% chance now that this bearish pattern will fail. By fail, I mean it won't even get to T2 or T1 at $223. So, yep, anywhere between here and 220 bucks. You know, if you trade stocks, I'd be buying some coin. Everybody likes Doge, right? Is that still a thing? Doge on the weekly, we got our dot last week. We need our retest to actually validate it yet. On the daily, we got our bullish dot right after our Gartley. Looks like an Adam and Eve double bottom on the RSI. The HSI is W bottom heading upwards. Doge looks like it wants to go up from here. It does not look like it wants to go any lower than 20 cents right now. You know, a lot of my bearish targets were hit very shortly after we ended stream last week. We were talking about these areas of value, and then all of a sudden I ended stream, and 30 minutes later, every single one of my buys hit. I layer in my buys, and every single one of them hit, and then almost half of my positions almost got stopped out at that point too on that wick. This goes to show you, even at support, those lines are flexible. You need to treat them like they can bend. Yeah, let's go to H-bar. I guess long story short, what I'm trying to say is my bags are still packed from that scam wick, and you know, I don't think we're going to see those super low numbers yet until further notice. Take a look at H-bar here on the weekly. Not a ton of data here. Let's, you know, we got a bearish back test off that dot after an evening star. We got our first week of confirmation. You know, obviously, if these things are real, right, and they do want to correct, you can see how bad that could be. But also, you know, I'm just throwing out the what if. What if this wick back test was enough? What if this thing is so crazy that that's all it needed is to retest that and get some sort of double bottom or some sort of traction off of that? We'll find out, right? We need another week to figure that out. One that I really like that I haven't bought quite yet is Kava. This is a new one that I've been seeing on the weekly. So the reason I like this one so much is you can see this area of inflection all the way back from the COVID lows. These COVID lows are usually very seriously respected because people are like, oh, I could get this thing for the same price it was 5 years ago. Well, yeah, you could have. Back in August of last year, you could have got it. But look what it did here. Sellers broke that level back from here. We tested it, made a higher low, but then we broke back above it to test this macro supply or demand supply line. Demand is for buyers, supply is for sellers, right? So, and then again, we W bottom on this area from history. Sellers could not get this thing to go to zero like they wanted it to. Look at your RSI and your HSI heading upwards. Kava on the weekly is set for, I mean, you know, if the TA is respected, right? Everything is not guaranteed. But if this is respected, imagine we just get back up to these peaks here. How far is that? That's 1,000%. Do you like 10x's? I like 10x's. This is the kind of stuff I look for. And then like take a look at the monthly here. Monthly, you got, you know, a classic M-shaped harmonic pattern. You got your dot. Look at that signal candle. What more do you want on the monthly there? Let's take a look at the 3-day on Kava. This is why I like it so much. Look at this bat pattern, 4-year-long bat pattern, and then as soon as we recapture those levels, we get it oversold, and then we get oversold confirmation with even more volume. So, free trade setup for y'all. I'm going heavy on Kava, anywhere between here and 38 cents with the stop loss under that wick here at about 30 cents. So honestly, anywhere between here and 30 cents load. I'm loading Kava. We'll take a peek at Moodang for the boys in the Discord. Oh my god, the 3-day, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9th red 3-day candle in a row. Not what you like to see. The daily, you got your morning star and your first candle of confirmation there. It almost invalidated it, but then buyers were able to come back. And by buyers, I mean Chili, because he's the only one buying it. Indicators are pretty bottomed out, and you got a triple bottom on your RSI. This thing needs some relief, like right now. Polygon, 30 cents. Yeah, this is the good stuff right here. This is what you want. Even though this is a little baby harmonic, look what it did here. We get to the hop, it tests the hop, you have a bunch of buys come in that area, you print your morning star, you print your dot, you retest your dot, and then you get your indicators back trending upwards, and then, you know, all of a sudden, you know, this is where those big, huge green candles come from out of nowhere. Like all of a sudden, pop, it goes to tier 1, and you know, it moved 80% in a week. You know, this is the kind of framework we're looking for. We're looking for stuff to have a harmonic shape, and then we need confirmation that it's oversold, or if we're shorting, overbought. And then we need confirmation with these indicators. See how we have a higher low on the HSI here? So we have divergence with a W bottom on both indicators here, while the price action is still going down. So that's what you like to see. Any requests? See how we have a higher low on the HSI here? So we have W bottom. Let's see. Yep, no requests. Super Bowl. Bullshit like that. All right. Yep, is what it is. All right. So I think that will be stream for today. I'm gonna go watch the game and eat a bunch of junk food and yeah. Right now we're just waiting for some more confirmation. If this fails, we could be going down on alts another 30-40%. If not, then things will be glorious. If you want everyday updates, just join the Discord and you can follow there. Like, subscribe, share the video, don't get wrecked, practice risk management, all that stuff. Have a good night.